What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's going to be a different video because we're going to be explaining NFL free agency. Before we do get started with this video though, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and that's it. And let's get into it. So recently the Arizona Cardinals got J.J. Watt, and now they did get A.J. Green. But there is someone we have not been talking about too much, and it is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson doesn't really like the position he's in right now. He's been at Seattle for a while, and they've been playing pretty good. But lately, they haven't really gone anywhere in the playoffs, so I get where he's coming from. But Deshaun Watson really wants to trade over there in Houston, and there's many places he could go. Could go to the Dolphins, as they said. They said he could go really anywhere. They said that Patriots may be considered him, although Cam Newton already signed a contract. So free agency this year is going to be interesting, to say the least. The Cardinals over there have been doing very well in this free agency, which they signed well J.J. Watt, A.J. Green. So now their offense is pretty good, and their defense is not too bad. Patrick Peterson did leave the Cardinals though, so that is, I guess, not the best, but he left him in free agency. He's been on the Cardinals for a while, and he's like, 30 years old? I'm not completely sure, but they still have Budda Baker. The Cardinals are doing well, but the Philadelphia Eagles over there, in my opinion, they will come in last in their division, and here is why. Philadelphia Eagles, they have made some interesting moves during the NFL draft, especially last year with drafting Jalen Hurts. Now, all love Jalen Hurts. It was a horrible draft pick, where I don't think it was that pick, but we drafted Jalen Reagor. We should have drafted Justin Jefferson. And all that aside, our O-line, and our O-line is one of the best in the league if they can stay healthy, which seems to be a problem the whole year. Every single year, it's injuries. And that's why we need to get some veterans on the team who can stay healthy. For instance, A.J. Green. We did not pick him up, but that would have been a good move. Even though for wide receiver, we should be getting someone good in the draft. Once again, that is if Howie can make the decision, Howie Roseman, which last year he did not. I was very upset with it. Justin Jefferson, in my opinion, should have won Offensive Rookie of the Year, although Justin Herbert played amazing. We could have won a potential Offensive Rookie of the Year just if you drafted Justin Jefferson. Now, here is the interesting part. The Philadelphia Eagles said that they did want Deshaun Watson, and they could have traded with him potentially for the first round pick and then a couple other picks. They didn't take him. I guess they're trusting Jalen Hurts. In my opinion, you take Jalen Hurts and you let him stay, let him develop, get maybe a veteran quarterback. Maybe put him on the team for a while, although we did get a new quarterback coach. That's why I wanted them to keep Carson. I don't know why we traded Carson, but we did. Sure, you had one bad season, but you don't trade someone away after one bad season. In fact, he didn't play all that bad. It was really the O-line. Sure, he never got rid of the ball, but that is one problem. And now that we have a new quarterback coach, could have helped him. Also, I don't see the reason firing. I know this was all a while ago, but there's a lot of things that happened to it all. We fired Doug Peterson because of, I don't know, he wanted Jalen Hurts to stay on the team. I don't know why we fired him. Sure, against the Washington football team, I think it was week 17, where we did put Nate Sudfeld in, and the game didn't matter whatsoever to us. But hey, I wanted to see us win out there. Jalen Hurts did not perform the best in the air, but guess what, guys? He had 2 touchdowns on his feet, which proves that if he doesn't have anyone to throw to, he can use his legs. So I don't know why he said he wanted Nate Sudfeld to have some playing time, which I disagree with. If you're a backup QB, don't expect to getting a lot of playing time, because that's what it says, backup, not starter. Those are 2 different things. I get, sitting on the bench isn't fun, but that is what you signed up for. You could have asked for a trade, but I don't know anyone who wants a backup QB as a starter. Nate Sudfeld aside, I don't know what the Philadelphia Eagles were doing last year in the draft, and I know we can potentially get players back this year, but if we're taking a look at the 2022 season, 2021 to 2022 NFL season, I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles are going to repeat what we did last year, like have 3 wins, maybe 4 at best, unless you can completely flip it around, get some really good trades, an extremely good draft pick that performs incredibly. But even if that happens, I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles will not make it to the playoffs. I feel like they're going to get less in the division like we did this year. I feel like the Washington football team will get number 1. They lost Alex Smith to free agency, and then they might have traded him. I'm not completely sure, but I'm pretty sure free agency is looking on. And then they lost Dwayne Haskins. So I'm not completely sure what their quarterback thing is, and yeah. So I feel like the Eagles will be 4th. Giants would probably be 4th or 3rd if I'm not being completely honest. Cowboys, if they can perform well, which they did not last year whatsoever. I know Dak was hurt, but if you have those receivers on your team and you don't get number 1, that is very surprising. Look at the Cowboys D-line. The Eagles D-line is it's not awful, but it's just surprising to me when you have so many there's receivers in general and you don't make the playoffs. Saints had insane receivers. Look what they did. They made the playoffs. Sure, they didn't win the Super Bowl, but that's not going to always happen. Chiefs made the Super Bowl twice in a year. Bucks made the Super Bowl. Like, I don't know how you don't do it. You might say the same thing about Jameis Winston. Look, he had receivers of 30. Yeah, but he was half blind in his right eye, I'm pretty sure. He had to get eye surgery in the off-season. So, yeah. I don't know how the Cowboys haven't became number 1, but the Philadelphia Eagles will, in my opinion, stay number 4th, even if you get a good receiver. And they will not, in my opinion, they will not go for another quarterback. And that's explaining NFL free agency. If you guys like these videos and you want me to make one, please smash that like button. And see you guys in the next one. Peace out.